Welcome to Hey Therapist. I'm your host, Leslie Ross. With me is my producer, Jay Wesley Lindley. Let's get mental. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hey Therapist. We are back in studio. It's me and Riley.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good to have you back.
Of course.
So today we have been talking, and we're both in the world of dating. And I would like to say dating looks very different for both of us, but it really doesn't. The crazy comes in all shapes and sizes. So we're just going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about some of our adventures in dating, what's going on, what you look for and why you look for that now, and how it's working out for you. And we've had this discussion before. Riley and I have had this discussion before of why we are single people. And it's a question that I get all the time, and I think you do too. Yes. Why are you single? Why are you single? I choose to be single. Like, I could have someone marry me right now. I have a man who repeatedly proposes, like, let's just get married. I'm like, I don't even like you, dude, but I mean, I'll put you on the side just in case. When all else fails, you might be there. So it's really about that choice to be single. Do I enjoy being single? Not really. Do I prefer it over having someone in my life that I don't really like and I don't have passion for and doesn't excite me or add value? Absolutely.
I think there's such a difference between want and need. And I don't need a man. I would want one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think that so many people, they get that confused. And I'm like, I don't need you. I want someone, but I don't need someone.
Right.
So when someone asks me, why are you single? It's kind of that same thing. Like, I choose to be at this moment until I completely line up with someone. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very transparent. I'm very picky.
Same. But you have to be.
Yeah, exactly. And there are certain aspects and things I'm looking for that a lot of people are not looking for. And it's very difficult. It's extremely difficult because we live in an Amazon Prime world. So they treat dating like that.
Yes.
It's like you meet someone and it's like, oh, well, I might have found someone that they're like 4 inches taller than you. And they have not spent any time getting to know you. And it's like, okay, cool.
Have fun
great.
with that.
All right. Not my person then.
Enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. So there's so many struggles. So many struggles of dating.
I like to think of it more of having standards than being picky.
Yeah.
It makes me feel better about it anyway.
Yeah.
No, but I think it is. I mean, I have a lot of check boxes, and I have been through a lot of things in my life in relationships. And if you've listened to the podcast, you've heard that. And if you haven't, go back and listen to earlier episodes because I'm not rehashing all of that right now. But I have a checklist, and I have things in my head that you need to tick my boxes. And there's certain ones that can be blank. There's certain ones you don't have to. But there's some those top 10. Like, I need you to check that off. And if you aren't bringing that to the table, like you said, I don't need you. I've been paying my bills for a long ass time. I've got a career. I've got friends. I've got family. I've got my own car. I pay my own bills. I don't need you.
Yeah.
I want you in my life. And if you're going to be in my life, you have to be value added. Because as Taylor Swift says, because y'all know I love a good Taylor Swift quote, my energy is expensive. And if you can't afford it, and if you aren't investing in it, then you don't get my energy.
Exactly. That is so beautiful.
Isn't it?
I love Taylor Swift.
Me too. New album's out. Life of Showgirl. Go check it out.
My energy is expensive. We should put that on a t-shirt.
Let's do it.
We may get sued though.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we'll just buy one that's already out there off of Etsy that somebody else is
Surely
making.
someone else is doing it. Because I love that. I've not heard that, and I love that. But for real though, my time and energy, I'm going to say time, because it's so limited these days. I think everyone's is. We live in such a fast-paced world. I don't want to have to create time for someone that's not willing to create time for me.
Absolutely.
It's so random. Like, that is one of the last things that I actually got into with someone that I was chatting with. They wanted me to invest all the time into driving and doing all this, and I'm not looking.
Was it the same guy I was talking to?
Yeah, we might have been dating
Maybe.
the same person. It's possible these days. Oh, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I literally am very transparent about that too, because living in a rural area, it's very hard to date.
Yes.
So typically I'm having to date outside of my region. And I do not mind that. I don't mind a long distance situation. No. I'm not going to do anything crazy that I'm having to get on an airplane all the time. Unless it's like a celebrity. Hello. Hello, Chris Appleton.
I'll take one too.
Chris, I know you're single. Oh my gosh. Oh my, it'd be really cool.
Hey, it worked for Travis Kelce.
It did work for Travis Kelce. Oh my gosh, would it work for me?
We'll see.
But seriously, I'm kind of mind blown about what people expect, and it's this like, I hate to say this, but it's almost like this Me Too movement of like, well, I'm worth it, and if they can't show me my worth, and I'm like, me too, though.
Same.
You really think I'm supposed to do all the driving just because you feel like you're the princess? Like, no, that's not how this works. And people ask me all the time, they're like, well, in a gay relationship, how does that work? And I'm like, well, it's 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, in most relationships, it should kind of be 50-50, especially if it's longer distance. Yes. Like, I don't expect you to drive all the time. If you want to, I'll let you. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But, I mean, I'm going to offer it up. I'm going to say, listen, I could come down there. I can do this, but maybe not on the first meeting. Maybe not the first time we spend together. Like, I want that effort put out to say, no, I can. Even if you don't mean it. Like, no, I can. Yeah. But, I've got this. And if you could come, that would be great. Okay, fine. We can work that out. But I think you're right. I think there's this validation that is disingenuous that a lot of people get from dating apps, which is about the only way, honestly, to meet people. They think that they have a lot of options instead of knowing, okay, I am who I am, and this is what I should expect from my partner. Not, well, I mean, I got everything that I wanted. Like, this person really does bring something to the table, but look at all these other ones, and so I think people discount good connection, and they discount a genuine attraction or the ability to communicate. And, when you see someone and when you meet someone, you should get the little butthole tickle. Like, they should like spark a little something in you. Like, if you're not even attracted at all to this person, just go ahead and clock out.
Yeah.
But if you get that little tingle, but it's not all the way, you're like, But if there's a little tingle, give it a chance.
But also, going back to what you just said, if you don't find the attraction there and it's a no, tell them.
Tell them.
Oh my gosh, that is such a huge issue. Like, I'm very transparent with people that I'm like, this is not going to work for me. And recently just happened where I went on a date, and I knew after the date, I was like, I just don't think this is going to work. So I told this person, and they actually got offended. And I was like, oh, so you got offended that I'm being honest with you. So you would have rather me lead you on and then tell you 3 weeks from now? Like, and then at that time, you're going to accuse me of wasting your time. So
what do you want from me?
What do you want? You know what I mean? Like,
they want to be chosen.
Exactly. That's a you problem, not a me problem. And you need to go get therapy.
Yep.
I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about that, because that is just crazy to me. Because I love honest, open communication. From on any level. If you say no, cool, great. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
But I do not like to be led on. I do not like someone also that gets angry over a no. That's just weird to me. I'm like, oh, you literally always got told yes as a child, didn't you? That is very
Welcome
odd.
to the world of straight men.
Yeah.
They're not big fans
Literally.
of no.
They love to play in the sandbox, don't they?
They do.
So it kind of blows my mind.
Yeah. I agree. We all want to be chosen. We all
Mm.
want someone to pick us. We want them to be like, you are my person. Like,
Mhm.
let's see where this goes. But I'm with you. Like, if I'm not, because I'm loud, I'm inappropriate,
Mm.
got a mouth like a sailor.
Me too.
Like, I am the son my father never had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to be out there hunting and working on things and fixing my own shit. I don't need you to hang anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you, but I don't need you to.
Mm-hmm.
And so, a lot of men get offended by that, or they think that, I should be different or not so loud. Or, I was telling the story the other day to someone, like, because I went through a phase where I wasn't happy and I couldn't be happy because someone always made me feel like being happy about something or enjoying things to a certain level was just too much. Like, it's just too much. Like, bitch, I'm not too much.
Mm-hmm.
You're not enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of my thinking now, because I will give me fireworks. Oh my gosh, give me some cotton candy. Like, I'm like a little kid at Disney World. Like, I enjoy things to a point where it has made people uncomfortable. And I was on a trip not that long ago. I guess it's been a year now, 2 years. I don't know. And there was something happening, and I was just so excited. It was something I'd never experienced before. And I'm like giddy and like laughing. And some of the other adults on the trip made fun of me for that. And I'm like, I am sorry. And I heard them. And I said, I'm sorry your life is so miserable that you can't have fun in the small moments.
Exactly.
But this is cool as shit. Why are y'all not feeling the same way
Yeah.
about this? Or why are you so afraid to express it?
Unclench. I literally say this all the time to people. Unclench your ass. Like, enjoy
Enjoy life.
Enjoy life. Why wouldn't you? I don't understand. It's such a beautiful thing.
Neither.
And people always say, life's too short. No, life is too long. Life is too long to live like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you living like a stuck-up bitch?
Yes.
Like, I just don't understand it. Like, enjoy the little things. Enjoy the little moments. If it makes someone, to me, if I would have been there, I would have fed off of that energy.
Yes.
And it would have, they would have hated both of us. They'd have been like, get these two popcorn fireworking bitches away from us. Like, because I feed off of that energy with people. But I'm very sensitive to energy as well. So it would have genuinely made me happy to see someone like that. Instead of talking shit
I can't
and
imagine.
being mean.
Yes.
Like, that's just so weird.
Who does that?
Who, literally, miserable people.
Miserable people. I'm like,
that
I'm
need
sorry.
to unclench.
Like, I'm going to enjoy the shit out of life.
Exactly.
Because I went through a phase in life where I enjoyed nothing.
Me too. Listen,
nothing.
Back on the first podcast with me on it, it talks about that's all I did up until I was 30. Like, it's just work. That's all I knew. And when you get to that point where you're like, oh, wow, there's more to life than what I'm been living. And when that realization hits you, you're like, oh, I'm going to enjoy these every moment. And I truly have. Like, I find myself doing things like that too. And I know people, they're like, they always tell me, you romanticize everything. Sure as hell do.
And what's wrong with that?
Sure as hell do. If you don't like it, go find less.
Ain't it?
Why
wouldn't I?
Find less. Because I'm going to romanticize it. It makes me happy. I don't even romanticize, even like when I'm at home doing things, like people, they see like snippets of my life. I talk about this all the time. Y'all see a snippet. You never know what is really going on in my life. I love to cook. That's one of the things. And I'll post every once in a while like my food, or you'll see like a glimpse of my house or things like that. And I enjoy those things. Like, it truly does make me happy. But when I'm even making my meal by myself at home, because I'm single, hello, single, and I can cook.
And do your hair.
And do your hair. And decorate your house. And change your tire. And take you fishing. And I'll list all that.
See, you
all
are
that.
worthy.
I'm literally worthy. But when I'm doing that, I'm not doing it for an Instagram click or clickbait. Right. Like, it truly makes me happy to plate my food, to eat with a linen napkin, to pour a glass of wine in a real wine glass, not a solo cup. Like, I enjoy those moments. And it brings me so much joy that sometimes I get giddy by myself and I'm like, oh my God, this is true joy. Like that is
Yeah.
true joy. But I think that so many people, they don't know even how to experience that
Mm-mm.
because they don't even know how to live in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of mind blowing. And I'm still like, unclench.
Yeah. I love that. Unclench.
Mm-hmm.
And don't pre-stress. Like, just live in the moment. Like, and I know you've experienced it when you start dating someone and it seems great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you start out, I'm going to stick with it seems great until it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to ignore red flags. I'm not going to do any of that anymore because I ain't got time for that shit.
Mm-mm.
Like, if you ain't right for me, you can get left. Like, I don't want none of that in my life. When it's good, I'm going to be excited about it. And I'm going to tell my friends about it. And they probably are rolling their eyes on the other side
Oh, I know.
of a phone going, again, here we go again. But I dated a guy not that long ago. And it was long distance, which does add a level of difficulty, but he was never all in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all in from the beginning because if you're not, I don't want there to be regrets. I don't want me to look back and go, if I would have done this different, we would probably be in a relationship. If I would have been more open and more vulnerable and more honest about what was going on with me or whatever it is, I probably would still be in that relationship with that very wonderful person because I'm a catch, damn it. But he would never be all in because of this or because of that. Your past. Well, okay. If you're not over your past, don't be on me. Like, that's the way I look at it. We all have our past and it all comes with us. And does it influence our decisions and choices and all of the things? Absolutely, it should, but not to the point where it's detrimental to you.
Yeah.
Because if you're using your past to say, well, I don't want to do that again I don't want to fall in love with someone and be hurt, that's part of it.
Yeah.
It's just part of it. And it sucks. It sucks when shit goes south and it sucks when you're hurt and it sucks when you thought this person could be your person, but at least you were all in and it was so much fun in the time that you had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the way I look at it is once you get me, I'm all in.
Mm-hmm.
Like it or not, I'm all in.
But going back to what you just said, like you going through those like painful situations in your past, like we have to experience that. And I think that so many people don't know how to sit and find gratitude in it. And I know that that's like really, really hard to for people to understand. But that's truly where we move forward and we're able to learn, hopefully grow. But I do feel like
it depends on how you experience it.
Like we have to embrace pain. We have to embrace these challenges. We have to have good, but we also have to have bad too.
Absolutely.
And it's like the evil and the, like you have to have, there has to be a balance. Otherwise, wouldn't it be a really boring world if everything was just good?
Yeah.
I mean, do we all wish that? Absolutely. But like it's impossible.
Right.
It's truly impossible.
It is truly impossible.
So like learning how to embrace that and to endure that and sit in it, sitting in that in solitude is probably one of the hardest lessons that I have ever had to go through in my entire life.
And to not just jump into another relationship, to not jump into another dating, to not take someone off the roster and call them up. Like, I mean, you've got to sit, if you are actually honestly hurt by it, like if you're just dating someone and you think, okay, this could be something, and then it fizzles out or whatever, you're like, okay, that's cool. A lot of times you can just go right back in the date. Like, all right, next up, like, let's call them up in the roster. Who's in the batting box? Let's go. But for the most part, if your relationship, and I don't care if it's 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, but you are all in and they are all in and you love this person. And when you break up, when something happens and you're really sad about it, be sad about it. Grieve that loss. Figure out what went wrong. And it may just be, it didn't work out. It just wasn't the right time for it. They weren't over their shit. You found some shit that you had that you thought you had already gotten rid of. Like they may have sparked something in you that you don't really like or that you thought you had dealt with and you don't want to deal with it with them because you're afraid it's always going to be there. I think it's always worth giving the person that's with you that says, I love you, the chance to, when something comes up like that, Like, listen, this has come up and now I'm having all these feelings, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you should give that person the opportunity to ride that with you. Like, if you are going to work on it and you're going to heal from it, then why leave a great relationship otherwise to go deal with things that this person's saying, it's okay. I can deal with it with you. Tell me how.
Yeah.
What do you need then? So on your bad days, you need to not talk as much. You like to withdraw. Okay. Shoot me a message that says, hey, I'm having a bad day. I'll check in when I check in. Love you, care about you. I just need a day. I can respect that. I love that for you.
Do you feel like so many times, though, the disconnect with that is the lack of communication?
Oh, for sure.
That is the one thing that when I started going to therapy that we talked about, because when I first went in, I was asked, what do you expect to get from this? And when I went in, I said, I want to be a good friend. I want to be a better man personally. I want to be a good person and better mentally for when my future partner gets here. And I listed out all these things that I wanted to work on. And that was one of the things that she talked to me about, was she felt that I was lacking in communicating and that I was really good at being a business person, but I was not good at actually communicating. It was easier for me to throw in the towel.
Sure.
Because as a business person, what we can do is when you're working with an employee, 90% of the time if you're having an issue, it's like, this is going to be done to my standard. And if you don't get it to my standard, then you're fired.
Right. Yeah.
So in my mindset, I almost related that into my dating and friendships.
Okay.
And so it took me a long time to reset my mind to, you don't have to throw in the towel. You don't have to, quote unquote, fire this person just because it's not going your way.
Right.
It's okay to communicate. It's okay to have hard talks and work through these things as friends, as lovers, as all these things, whatever you're in, whatever situation.
Sure.
But one thing that she did say that I felt was so helpful for me was, it's not just about communication, it's about comprehension. So the one thing that I need you to work on, Riley, is when you're communicating, you need to shut up and listen.
You said, I don't want to.
I was like, you know what? I don't, and if I can give anyone advice today, that when they talk to me about things, they're always like, you're so different. And I'm like, I take the time to actually listen to people now. When they're talking to me, I'm not trying to think about what I'm going to respond with in the next sentence while they're talking. I want to take in what they're discussing with me.
Right.
And let me tell you, not all situations are the same. Sometimes people are talking to me about things and I'm like, oh, Jesus. Like my mind is like running, you know what I mean? Because what they're talking to me is absolutely insane.
Sure.
Because, like the industry I work in, like it's insane. But I really do make a conscious effort to really sit down and go, I'm going to listen to what they have to say, take a minute, and then respond. And that's the part that so many people, like I had some married friends that were talking to me recently about some of their difficulties. And they were like, you're just so, like the way that you're just different. Like, what is it? And I was like, communication with comprehension. It will change your life. And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, first of all, when she's talking to you and she's telling you, hey, I need you to change this. If you're just listening and then going in one ear and out the other ear, just to appease her,
right,
then you are not helping anything. But when you sit down, you grab her hands, you look into her eyes, and you listen to her, and you comprehend her battles and what she's going through, then guess what? Things will change for you. But also on the flip side of that, from a man's perspective, so many times I do feel like women don't do it for men. And that is a huge,
I would agree.
huge problem. There have been men approach me in the past that they would talk to me that were married, and they would end up admitting that they were finding me attractive. Getting to the root of why they found me attractive was based on me listening to them and giving them something that their wife was not giving them.
Right.
Now, when I say that, that does not mean that I crossed the line. So I just want to be very clear in that aspect. But the difference is when anyone comes and talks to me, that, like, even any of my friends, I'm so I'm not judgmental
Mhm.
about any aspect of anyone's life.
Sure.
You can talk to me about anything. You can tell me the most bizarre thing, and I'm going to look at you and shake my head.
Mhm.
Now, sometimes I may go home and process that and be like, "Oh my Lord, I cannot believe
You
they
said
just
that
told
out loud.
me. You literally told me that y'all do this." And but am I judgmental? No. If it make it, I will not yuck your yum.
That's right.
Like,
You like it, I love it.
you like it, I love it. Exactly. I do feel like what we find with a lot of the disconnect on the female male thing is the women also don't do it for the men.
Mm-mm.
It's give, 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 go to work, buy me a Birkin, buy me a Louis Vuitton, buy me a new car, buy me a Tahoe, whatever you want, wherever you're at.
Buy me a Kia.
Buy me a
Whatever.
Kia, whatever. Go to work, do this for me. But the men also crave that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're not giving them that chance to actually be heard as well, you also want to know why they step out. They're getting that from someone else that you're not giving them. So creating that safe space of being able to
Yes.
communicate and comprehend together
Mm-hmm.
is so important. That's what, when I told this couple that, they were like, "Oh my gosh, we've never really thought of it that way." And because I think that we hear all the time, "Oh, communication is the most important." No, it's wonderful. But if you're not listening and comprehending what that
Right.
person's actually communicating to you, then it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's void. You've voided all of this. So, that's why I always encourage everyone, actually
Mhm.
listen, comprehend what they're saying.
Yeah, if you're
So-
listening to react, you're not listening.
Exactly.
You've got to listen to respond appropriately. And like you said, if you don't know how to respond in that moment, you can say, "You know what? That was a lot. I want to respond appropriately. Give me a
Mhm.
minute." Then you have to circle back because you can't just be like, "I've got to take a break," and then you never come back because you're being
Mhm.
avoidant. We can't do that. But we do have to communicate it and listen to what the person is saying. Like, it may be an asinine complaint to you, but for them, for some reason, it means something. It really is so important to understand. And I think so many couples get in these patterns, and it can be new couples, it can be couples who've been together for years. Like, well, this is how we talk to each other. Well, how's that working?
Mhm.
Because you're just talking at each other. Nobody's listening. Nobody gives a shit anymore
Mhm.
because you're not doing what he needs and she's not doing what you need, or he's whatever it is, because you're just like, okay, yeah, well, when you do this for me, well, that's not how it works. Somebody's got to stop and go, "You know what? I'm going to change."
Mhm.
And if it's true that when I start doing this for you, you are going to start doing these things for me, let's see how that goes.
Mhm.
Then you're going to know how in they are. You're going to know how committed they are to making changes, because sometimes it is because you don't ever, "Why would I?" And that goes male, female, whatever. But when that person started to do, like, "You know what? I did." And I use this example all the time of somebody says, "Well, you don't bring me flowers. You never 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 send me flowers. You never bring me." And so this person goes to Walmart the next day and buys you flowers, and they come home with them. And you say, "Well, you only did it because I told you to." Yeah, but they did it.
Mhm.
You said it, they listened, and now it's punitive
Mhm.
because it was, but they did. They thought about it. They thought about what you said. They thought about going. So they went somewhere. They got you flowers. They came home with them, and now they're being punished.
Mhm.
So why would they do that again?
Exactly.
And so it's important when we're asking for something, when someone gives it at whatever level they give it, you appreciate that. And you
Mhm.
go, "You know what? You did listen." And then
Acknowledge.
you can say in the back of your mind, "We'll see if you do it again." Like, is
Yeah.
this a one-on? Like, but you keep all that to yourself.
Exactly.
And you say, "Thanks, babe. I really appreciate you hearing me, and these flowers are lovely.
Mhm.
Let's go get it in." Like, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Whatever the trade-off is.
Yeah,
I don't know what your
exactly.
trade-off is, but
Yeah.
we get into the, "Well, you're not, so I'm not." Well, where did that start? Where are we coming from? Is it because someone's just not listening? Is it because you both have given up? Like, why are you still in the relationship then?
Mhm.
Like, what are we working on? I would see so many couples, by the time they come into couples therapy, they're in there for me to tell them to divorce. Like, essentially, that's what they're there for. They're like, this is my final. I told her I would do this, or I told him I would come to therapy. You're only here because they want you to be here.
Mhm.
You're not here because you want to fix your marriage. And I always, what is your end goal? Do you want to divorce amicably? Or do you want to change your relationship? And I'm like, "Well, I want to change, but So you want a divorce? I'm like, no. Well, but you throwing out that but there. Like that. That means you're not in it.
Which, when people use the word but, it's conditional.
Mm-hmm. Always.
And if we started to change our mindset based on that, of I will do this with conditions, and we would say that, it would change that. But we don't do that. We say, I will do this, but, well, that but already is putting conditions on it.
Right.
Which is not unconditional love.
No.
That gets very murky. Very, very murky there. And it creates a massive, massive problem in relationships. And I think that our words are so powerful.
Absolutely.
And people and right now with the climate of the United States and everything, not trying to get into politics, but we're being so conditioned right now that we can say whatever without repercussion that I feel like that's where society is at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you cannot say that and expect a good outcome.
Right. Yeah.
What did you expect was going to happen? Going back, though, a little bit, there is a term that I do not practice, and that is called matching energy. And so many people, they use it all the time. And that is their excuse for bad behavior. And I'm sick of it. And that is one thing I feel like that we see in relationships. It's the tit for tat.
Yep.
They are matching energy. Instead of, if you would, no matter what, exude kindness, love, patience, all these things in a relationship, they're not going to fight back with you.
Right.
One thing I learned a long time ago, when someone's trying to fight with you, if you don't fight back, they'll stop fighting. You cannot fight with someone that doesn't fight back.
Right.
Like, it just does not work. You stand there, they'll eventually stop hitting you. And I'm not saying physical, but just like in just the
verbal blows, whatever it is,
if you just
they
stand
stop
there and
coming.
you're just
Yeah.
like, okay, it will stop. And not that it makes it okay, but if you match that energy, you get nowhere.
Nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere. So
the louder the voice, the more anyone is listening. No one is listening.
It's crazy. And I like to take it back where you're with a group of people and you have, like you're at work, for example, and you have that one employee that walks in and you just know that they're walking in with stank attitude. Everyone in there's you immediately can feel the energy shift in the room. Everyone's having a great day. Someone just walks in and they literally speak no words, and you can tell they've had a bad morning, whatever. Maybe instead of you allowing the energy to remain in the room, why not walk up and just say, do you need a hug? Are you okay? But we're too scared to do it. And what we do is we start picking up that energy, and then that person's energy is then multiplied.
Right.
Because everyone in the room is feeding off of energy. So why not shift that energy? Why not shift it into changing it and shifting it into being more kind? And the same thing in a relationship. Like when these heated moments are happening and things like that, it's okay in a heated moment to say, hey, I'm going to have to step away from this conversation for a minute because I do not want to say something to hurt your feelings. And I know that if we continue in this heated argument, that there are going to be things said that cannot be taken back. But we're not mindful of that. And we allow it. And then we wonder why that people are mean to each other. And it just, oh my gosh, there's just such a domino effect happening.
Because there's no apology that will fix the terrible things you said to the person that you say you love in a heated moment. They may accept it and they may move forward with you, but they're going to remember the names you called them.
Absolutely.
They're going to remember the shitty things you said about their behavior or what they're not doing for you or what they are. Like it doesn't go away. And, in most relationships, when people are not healed or have certain attachment styles, you have a withdrawer and you have a pursuer, and the pursuer wants to fix it right then. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we're now yelling at each other. It doesn't matter. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. You're not going to fix it in that moment. And if you have someone who can stop and go, listen, this isn't going anywhere. Like, give me 10 minutes, give me 30 minutes, give me an hour. Let me go for a drive. I'll be right back. I'm not leaving you, because that's what it usually feels like to the person that operates that way, is if we stop fighting, you're abandoning me. If we stop screaming at each other, we're not communicating it with, because that's maybe what they grew up with. That's maybe what they know. Yelling and screaming at each other is how everyone in their family communicates. And you say, well, how's your relationships? Oh, they kind of suck. Well, yeah, let's do something different now. So it's allowing that space. And I think it comes back to the knowledge of, here's a conversation we need to have. When I get upset, I tend to go all in and I want to fix it, and I may get loud, and I need you as my partner to be able to put the brakes on and say, listen, we need to take a break. And I'm going to push back on that too, because I want to fix it right now and I want to do the things. But you take your break. I'll go take my break, and then I'm going to calm down and I'm going to think about it. But we have to circle back around. And I think there's a disconnect there too, a lot of times, when someone's just being totally avoidant and they're like, no, we'll talk about it later. We're just too heated. And then they never talk about it. Or that partner says, hey, listen, this is still unresolved with me. And they're calm, cool, collected. They've had time to think about it. Listen, can we talk about this? And they're like, it's done. That's in the past. We don't need to talk about it. And it's very dismissive. And that person's like, well, you don't care. And so we're putting up more blocks between us. We're just building a wall that does become this tit for tat moment. It does become this resentment. It does become all of these things that we never wanted our relationship to be. And so it's really important to communicate that. Like, for the person that needs to take breaks, or they get overwhelmed and they can't talk to anybody, even their person, you don't get to ghost them, because I've had that happen. No ghost. I know it's spooky season, but no ghosting, where they just disappear and they're not answering the phone. And I'm going to worry about you. I'm going to be concerned, because now your pattern has shifted. Something has changed. I'm going to read that and go, this isn't normal. What's happening? And you're going to ignore me. And then in a day, I was having a rough day yesterday. Cool. It took you 10 seconds to write that text. You could have wrote that yesterday and just said, I'm having a really shitty day. I don't want to talk to anyone, including you. Love you, but it's not about you, whatever reassurance you feel like your person needs, because at that point what your person would need to hear. They may be okay with just a peace sign and a clock. Like, they may be fine with that. But if they need more, listen, it's not about you. I'm just having a really rough day. We'll talk about it later. I just need a day to myself. Okay. If that person cares about you, they're going to give you that day.
Exactly.
And if they're not going to respect your boundary and blow you up all day, then you have your answer on how things are going to be handled.
Exactly.
But it's a conversation you have before you get heated. And, I've gone on dates with people, and it may be first, second, third, whatever, that I'm having conversations about, how do you fight? What happens when you get frustrated with someone? How do you handle conflict? How do you do these things? And if you're giving me some bullshit, I think it's just great, we just need it. And I'm like, that means you're going to yell at me.
Yeah, exactly.
You do not have this shit under control. That's the answer you're giving. And they're like, why aren't we talking about this? Because it's important.
There was a situation not long ago. I was dating someone just very casually, and I believe in setting the tone at the beginning, just like you're talking about. But even through like communication and things like that. And I was having a very, very busy day at work, and I knew that. And I get up very early. I'm an early bird. I go to bed early and I get up early. So I'm a 5 a.m. guy. I was up super early because I had to be at work. And so I shot a text message at a time that I thought this person would probably be awake. I think it was like 6:30. And I was like, hey, good morning. I hope you have an incredible day. I just am being very clear with you. Today is extremely packed. I do not know how much I'm going to be on my phone. I will try to check in as much as possible. So when the person responded, they responded back to, I have never had someone text me that. I appreciate the transparency. We talked about it later that evening because we had like a little FaceTime. And he brought it up again, and he was like, listen, I appreciate that. Like, that is very rare to find. And I said, well, here's where I'm at. I said, I believe in setting the tone in the beginning of how I communicate. I said, because that's what I expect from you.
Right.
And I said, I do not have to talk to you all day long. I actually enjoy missing someone.
Sure.
I don't need someone at my
I
ass.
can't wait to tell them about this.
I can't wait to talk to you at the end of my day. I said, if we're able to check in a few times a day, I'm totally fine with that. I said, I literally run a chair, also run another business outside of that. So I'm very busy, but I'm willing to put forth the appropriate time for you.
Right.
But this is how my life looks, and this is my expectations. It was really great. The only, I mean, our hiccup was just distance. And
Sure.
the thing is we both acknowledge that. It's fine. We ended as friends. It's not a big deal, which is great. Like, I
Absolutely.
actually respect him so much more for us being able to have those conversations of like, listen, this is not going to work.
You're great, but I can't.
We both do not,
Mhm.
at this moment in our life,
Mhm.
have the time to be able to get on a jet airplane every
Right.
week. Like, we
Right.
just don't.
Yeah.
It's very rare to find someone like
Mhm.
that, but that's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
So if you guys, if you cannot tell, we both enjoy depth, communication,
Yes.
and someone that's very clear.
Yes.
And so that's very hard to find. So if people,
Mhm.
they always ask me, why are you single? Well, baby, I can't even get the first three. Communication, depth,
Emotional maturity?
like
what?
what? They don't even know what emotional maturity is.
What?
So it's the fact that that's where we're at.
It is.
That is where we're at.
Mhm.
And it's very sad. It's kind of alarming, but I'm okay.
Mhm.
I'm okay with it.
I think so too.
You know, when that person comes, I'll be so grateful for them, and I'll cherish
Mhm.
them for the rest of my life.
I see him mostly on Instagram, and his Instagram it's Therapy Jeff, and I love Therapy Jeff. And I saw one that he had put out the other day, and he was talking about how the male crisis, and I think this probably crosses into gay men too. I mean, because
Mhm.
they all like the mentality is the same. I think
Yeah.
is that used to good looks and being a provider was enough. Like, I have a good job, I can take care of you, I look good, you're attracted to me, let's get married. Like,
Mhm.
that used to be enough for the partners to say, you're right. That's what I need. I need someone to take care of me. I need someone to do these things. I need someone to fix the things. And I need someone to be sure that bills are being paid and that looks good, And the problem is now everyone is doing for themselves. There's very few people in the world right now that are looking for partners that don't have their own jobs, that don't own their own houses, that don't have the ability to take care of themselves, that need someone in their life. And like we talk, it's the want versus need. And I say that all the time too. Like, I don't need you. What I need you to do is be my safe space. What I need you to do is hear me when I say I had a really shit day at work. I need you to just talk because I don't want to talk anymore because I've talked all day. Like, I literally deal with life and death decisions throughout the day. I don't want to make any more.
Yeah.
I want you to make a decision. I want you to make that call.
Yeah.
I need you to be vulnerable and open and able to communicate with me what you need out of that. And if what I'm saying I need doesn't align, let's figure out how it does. But you just being like, oh, well, no, I got this. Don't worry about it. Ew.
Yeah.
I don't need that. So the way he put it was just he just put it so well. And I'm like, that is so true because, I mean, would I love a 2-income household? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would I love a household where I don't even have to work, but there's a lot of money so I can still live the life that I live? Like, I don't want to just have, like, you take care of me and me be at the house. Like, I want to still do the things I do. I want to go shopping. I want to go on vacations. Like, I want that kind of lifestyle. I'd be all right with that. I just want someone to share it all with that is going to bring that value, that is going to understand me. And when I'm on one, is going to be like, are you done now?
Yeah.
Like, you good?
I need someone to call me out.
Like, are you actually okay right now?
Yeah.
Because you seem a little pressed about something that shouldn't be doing that. I had a conversation with a guy the other night, and there was something that happened, and I was just like, well, because I was in a crank ass mood. It's been a weird work week. There's some staffing things going on that have got me super frustrated, and I just feel like I was in a bad mood anyway. And he thought what he told me was going to make me so happy and excited, and I was just like, oh, well, that's what we're doing. That's what you think. Like, and I was just like, my bad. Like, by the time I got through with my rant, I was like, wow, that did not come out the way it was supposed to. I'm glad you're super excited about this. I'm gonna work on my attitude and get back to you.
Yeah.
Like, and he was just like, it's okay. I know you've been going through it, and like was so understanding about it. And I'm like, yeah, but I was acting like a little bitch. Like I'm just being a brat. Like,
but the difference though there is, Leslie, is the fact that you took the time to acknowledge that.
oh, for sure.
Because so many people don't do that. And the first thing is when we can stop ourselves and just be like, I'm so sorry. I should have not said that.
So being a brat right now.
I'm so being a bitch. Like I should have not been saying that. And that right there is a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of people just appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
When you can stop and just be like, I should have never said that.
I should have not.
So like
went that route with
even
that.
though like we get on here and we talk about all these things and we sound so great, we are human.
Oh yeah.
And we're not perfect. You
my
know?
emotions still
And
play a role in the things that come out of my mouth.
I tell people all the time I'm not Gandhi. Like I know sometimes like I can appear to have it all together, but I might have cried in my car all the way here. You know what I mean? So there are moments that I, you know, I call it acknowledge and release. So I acknowledge it and I'm like, okay, I'm going to release this because I just,
yeah, why carry it? You don't need to carry it. You don't have to beat yourself up for it. And if the other person, and I even told him, I said, listen, if you're like if you're not like, if we need to talk about how this came out of my mouth, we can talk about that. Like, I have no problem with that. And he's like, no, I'm really good. It's fine. This was not the best time for me to bring it up, you know, because I know what's been going on. I just was excited. I thought you would be excited. And I'm like, I am. And I'm also like super stressed. And when you say, hey, guess what? Was not what I thought was going to come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You know, and so I said, my expectations is what caused my reaction. Like it has nothing to do with what you said or what you're promoting essentially, but like it was just, that was all me, like all me. And don't ever not be excited about telling me something or whatever it is, you know? So we did have a conversation after, and I mean, he seemed fine with it, but I was just like, oh my God, I'm such a brat. I need to not be a brat.
So we've not talked about this. Is this a new relationship or a new beginning of a relationship? What is the deal?
No, we have not talked about this one. Do I want to talk about this one?
We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
No, we can.
How did y'all meet? You don't have to even say like is it dating app based?
No.
Okay.
I
Out
had
in
been
the wild?
We met in the wild,
Oh my
like
God,
the wild. So, because I had been on the dating apps, you know, we had talked about a few of those and met a couple of great guys, just not my guys. And then we went to somewhere. I'll put it there. We went to somewhere and I met him out in the wild.
Okay.
We just started talking that night, and he was such a gentleman. It was just like so weird. Like and he kept calling me ma'am in a cute way, like not even in the bad way. We hung out that night. We hung out the next night, and then it was time for us all to go back to where we came from. And we continued to talk on the phone. He actually gave me the wrong number. So the first night we hung out, he gave me the wrong number. I was like, I messaged him a couple times in the morning, and because he didn't have his phone with him, and so he put his number in my phone. And luckily, he had put his first and last name in there. Because I'm like, this just doesn't seem right. Why is he not answering me? So, of course,
your mind goes crazy.
My mind is like, what if he's on Facebook? So I go to Facebook. Then I start looking at his Facebook, and I'm like, okay. So I messaged him on Facebook. I said, listen, you may have given me the wrong number on purpose, which is fine because we're at this type of event. If not, though, like, here's my cell number. Message me. So, like, within 30 minutes, I had a message back.
Okay.
That was like, I did not give you the wrong number. And I'm like, I screenshot it and sent it to him. And he's like, I did give you the wrong number. Like, I mistyped the very last number of my phone.
Okay.
So then we ended up hanging out because I was just like, this seems weird. Like, everything that I had experienced, and nothing happened. Like, there was nothing like experienced. No. Like, everything we experienced that night, just in communication and the way he was, I'm like, this doesn't seem like a guy that's going to give me the wrong number.
Yeah.
Like, because he wasn't even, like, trying to get it in. Like, it wasn't like he was trying to get me back to his camper, and I didn't go. So he's like, yeah, here's my number or whatever. Yeah, I'll find another one tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Or later tonight. Hell, the parties went until super late. So I was like, this just doesn't seem right. So I messaged him that way, and he hit me back, like, right away. So we hung out the next night, and then we've been hanging out or on the phone because he does not live here, of course.
Okay.
I can't. There's no.
Mm.
The selection is poor. The dating pool is a pond full of algae.
Dead fish.
It's dead fish. It's terrible. It's the runoff. It's the chicken plant runoff. That is our dating pool. Is the chicken plant runoff? No.
Oh my god. So funny.
So we have been talking a lot. He was like, "I'm gonna come see you because you shouldn't have to drive ever."
Oh.
Like, I will come
Who
see you
is
every
this?
time.
I love this.
And I'm like, well, that's not necessary. I can drive up there. He's like, no, you shouldn't have to drive. Like,
Okay.
and I'm just like, I mean, again, I can, but I don't have to. I ain't going to. Because I always tell my friend, just because we can doesn't mean we should. He came down and visited me, and we had just a great time. There was still, I mean, because when we met, there was, so we met on a Friday night, and there was alcohol involved.
Okay.
And a lot of darkness and things.
Okay.
So when I saw him Saturday, I made my friend go with me. I'm like, you have to go over here with me because I'm just going to meet up with him. And I don't know if he's still cute. He was cute last night. What if he's not cute this morning?
Oh, my God.
So he was still cute. And he was like, right away, let me get you. Do y'all want some drinks? What can we get you? And then the place we were at, you had to use like tickets for transportation. And when they had come back to camp with us, because he was like, oh, I got to escort y'all back to camp. Like, you can't. And I'm like, okay, he's not just trying to find out where we're camped. Like, this is genuine, like weirdly chivalrous. And what do I do with my hands?
Literally.
So he didn't have any tickets to get back to his camp. So I'd give him tickets, whatever. So when we met up with him Saturday, we went to buy drinks, and when he had pulled his wallet out, he's like, oh, yeah, I need to give you those tickets from last night where you got me back. And I'm like, bro, no, you don't. It's no big deal. And he's like, yeah, but, I didn't have anything, and I'm like, what is this? Who is this man? So, yeah, he came to visit, and it went really well.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I love the mystery behind all this. Like, and of course, we have to be on here.
Yes.
But I love it. I think this is great for you. I see this like little sparkle and little giddy. Like, you're like a little giddy girl sitting over there, and I love it.
It's been a long, long, long time since I have felt this feeling, the cautiously hopeful feeling.
Okay.
It's there. So far, not really a lot of red or beige flags. Like, he's been kind of a green flag, and I will say, a lot of it is his communication. This man knows how to communicate.
See, right there.
Like, it's sexy.
Right there. Going back to the basis of everything. That's the groundwork. It is just.
It's sexy.
It's so important.
Yes.
It's so important. And I wonder if people know what real communication looks like. It's more than you just, good morning, hey, how are you? You know what I mean? Like, it's that depth.
The depth, the curiousness. He wants to get to know me.
Exactly.
Because he wants to know what to do and what not to do. He wants to understand my life and how he can fit into that, like, and how I fit into his life, and how we can make it work if this works on down the line. Because he does have kids, and they're up there where he is, and so that makes it more difficult, but not impossible. Yeah. And so it's just figuring out, but he is all about some communication. And when there's been even any bumps, like, he'll be like, my bad. You know what? I didn't communicate that well.
I love that.
And I'm like,
acknowledgement.
I'm telling you.
Like, it is so important.
He pulls out chairs and opens doors.
Oh my God.
I know. So cute.
Did you get you a Travis Kelce? I love it.
I love it too. So we'll see. We'll see. Next week it may be a totally different story.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. But I'm just, like I said before, I'm all in. Like, you get what you get. This is me. This is what little baggage I have left. This is what you need to know about that baggage. And I'm all in. And you're going to know exactly how I feel. When I feel it, you're going to know what I'm thinking, when I'm thinking it, whether you want to or not. And what you do with that will kind of dictate the future. Like it's going to see where this goes if you handle that well or if you don't. And like the other night when I was being a brat, I was just being a brat. Like I was just cranky and I was like, you do not, like, my bad. Yeah. Like I did not mean to talk to you. Like, and I didn't say anything mean to him. I was just being very like meh about it all. And I don't want to be that part. Like he was so excited and and then I felt bad. So, it's just a nice change when someone wants to get to know you and they ask questions about you. And, because I hate, as you know, on that, like, hey, how are you doing? Good. So tell me about something, and you tell them, or, you ask them a question. Hey, what about this in your life? And they tell you, and then it's not like what about you? Or how do you handle it? And I'm like, I'm not carrying a conversation. Yeah. I'm not going to be the only one that is asking questions or engaging. And if I'm talking about something and you make it about you, which is fine if I'm done. But like when I'm talking about something, you change it onto you and go on this tirade and then never go, oh, wait, but what were you, why am I even on the phone?
Exactly.
Just enjoy your monologue.
Go talk to your therapist.
Seriously, though.
Literally.
Seriously.
Yeah. That it becomes exhausting in the dating world with that. And I had someone the other day send me a message like that literally said, so tell me about yourself. I did. And I swear, I felt like that I went on for like, because I mean, there's a lot to my life and my depth, but I try to like shorten it because it was through like a dating app. And I responded back and I was like, so tell me about you, like, they responded in like 3 sentences. And I literally was like, I do not understand this. I feel like I just gave you a full monologue of my life in a very short, like there's so much more to it.
The abridged version.
It's a abridged version. Yeah. Cliff Notes. Give you the Cliff Notes version of my life. And here you are responding in 3 fucking sentences. I'm like, the beginning of getting to know someone should be the more exciting thing about it. But when you can't even excite me from the jump,
right?
What is 6 months with you going to look like?
For real.
I mean, are we even going to be in the same room or the planet?
And if you're a slow burn or you say, you know what, I'm not great over text, then I'm going to say, okay, let's meet.
Exactly. Or call me.
Call me then. Yeah.
You're not a phone caller either? Not a FaceTimer? What? Okay.
Like, when do you talk?
You don't talk?
Okay, cool.
You just want to be like a body in the room? Okay, cool. That's not what I'm looking for. Thank you. Thank you. I'm also not the wallet in your room either. So I deal with that some as well, which is really weird. And that is something in the gay dating world that you do run into.
Okay.
Which is very interesting. So a lot of people love a man that has their life together. So you get a lot of that.
I see.
And the term daddy, is a thing, like, and not in a sexual way.
Right.
It's more like people
I really want you to take care of me.
Like they literally are looking for a sugar daddy. And that is not me. I will tell you this. If I was sitting here as a multimillionaire, I still don't want to take care of my partner.
Absolutely.
If I decide to take care of my partner, it's because I want to.
Yes.
Not because I need to.
And that not because that is their expectation.
And their expectation, if they come into it wanting to get to know me on a real level, even if we're not meeting on that same level financially or even business-wise or whatever, work-wise, however you want to put that, I'm okay with it as long as I feel like that you're not using me.
Yes, absolutely.
And it gets very interesting in our dating world with that of, oh, well, you have this, you must have this, and can provide for me and buy me a car and do all this. No, you still have to bring those things to the table. Yeah. And I was raised in a traditional family of, like my family obviously expecting me to be with a woman.
Sure.
And being the head of the household and the provider, like I still have that mentality. I really do. Like even in the gay world, and I've always even seen myself as still wanting to be the head of the household and a provider, but that still doesn't mean I want to take care of you like that. It's very hard to meet someone in my world that is willing to grow with me because I still want to grow a lot of my businesses and get to a different level.
You need a team member.
Exactly. I want someone to walk beside me and go, hey, like I'm here for you through that.
How can I help?
I may not know anything about it, but I'm here for you. But I'm over here building my empire too. I've always seen myself with someone that could build their own empire. And even if they didn't want to, that was fine too. But that's what I've seen myself with.
Sure.
That diminishes our population down to
it does
1%.
It very much does, yes.
So that it becomes very, very hard.
So Riley and I got on a roll, and what we're going to do is split this episode into 2. So we'll see you next week with the rest of this conversation. For my producer, Jay Lindley, I'm Leslie Ross. Thank you all for joining us. Please send any questions or comments through the website, heytherapist.com, or email help@heytherapist.com. They may be featured on the show anonymously. Hey Therapist is an SEOK radio production and is for your entertainment purposes only. Thank you for joining us. Make good choices.